Hi and welcome back to my channel. I couldn't help myself. I really want to make these last two cards, or three. I want to use that, and there's another one there I'll show you in a minute. And what I've done is I've cut some longer cards, and I'm going to add something a bit different to these three. So what I've done is I've got some of my homemade oxide sprays, and I'll try and put a link up there how I did them, because they are so handy. And you know, they've been sitting on the shelf, and I'll just show you one that I haven't shaken up. They've been sitting on the shelf, and the gouache does go to the bottom and separate. But all you need to do, I put some little glass holeless beads in there, and you just sit there and shake it up. And that's what I've done to these ones, and they've all come back to life. So you can see the gouache starts to mix, and the beads will give away. They're probably stuck in gouache, but you just shake them up and away they go again. They're just so good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a couple of these. I want to do this one yellow. I'm not going to put much spray on, just there you go, just enough just to tint it just a little bit. And I'll just set that one aside. And then this one I'm going to make into a pine cone. So I want to, you can hear the marbles in that one, or the beads. And I'm just going to give that just a touch darker spray. And it won't take much to dry because I didn't saturate it beforehand, so they're pretty much dry. Right. Well, let's start with the yellow one first. Now what I want to do is I want to just add just a little bit more interest to these cards, these three, and I'm just going to just make them look just a tad more vintage. So I'm just going to distress the edges of, I've just got a piece of dictionary page here that I'm using as a backing on all of these, and I'm just going to add some distressed colour to the edges. Right, I've washed my hands because I had ink all over them, and I'm just going to do the same as I did here with others, and just spot some glue on just to give it the stability while I'm sewing. This one is going to be a long bauble. And then we can start sewing. Oh, I was thinking I was going to put a hanger on too. Right, and then we're ready to start stitching some things down. So I've got my thread here, and I'm just going to anchor that down at the back. And it's going to be just a slightly different texture with the feel of the paper on it, but hang on. And like always, we'll start in the middle. That gives us a good place to start. And let's have a look at what we can put on this one. I was thinking about these, and these are like the white flowers that I put on yesterday's one, but these are a cream color, and they're just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous and sparkly. So let's put that in the center, And let's get something different. There's these beads here. I think they're called watermelon beads, and they're glass beads, and they've got little stripes of colour. So let's try one of these red and yellow striped ones, just so it looks really Christmassy. And we'll put that in the center. So we miss the bead and go down through the sequin. There we go. It looks fun, doesn't it? And then I want to put these other oops, I'm just going to go up and put these yellow sequins on. Right, so they're my three main sequins on here, and the other ones I wanted to put on this one that I really loved on a previous one were these little flowers, these little gold flowers. They're just beautiful. So let's see where we can put one down. Let's put one down the bottom. Let's put one of these in. I like the real strong orange. Let's get out a few of them. Let's get out 1, 2, 3, at least 4. And let's put some gold beads either side of that as well. So here's some gorgeous gold beads. Tad crooked, but that's okay. It's handmade. Actually, it is a bit crooked, isn't it? Oh no, it's not too bad once you tighten it. Right. I want something in here too. Maybe just a little row of gold beads. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, what I want to do is I have a grey marker, and let me just try it on a little bit of scrap, and it gives you like a shadow. So what I'm going to do, I bought this from Spotlight, and I specifically bought this grey pen just for shadow work around things. So what I want to do is just go around the bauble like that. And I might do 2 layers of it so you can see then that shadow. Okay, I'm just going to try and draw that out a little bit. So we've softened that down a little bit. I like that now. Right, now let's get this onto a card. Okay, so you can just see that light shading now. It's lightened up a lot, which is good. But that's nice, I like that. So that's the first card. Okay, our second card, we'll get our pine cone down that we coloured. Right, I've got some green thread threaded up, 2 different colours, ready to go. And I was looking at this doily at just little bits and pieces, and what I seen on there, I'm just going to cut out one of the pineapples. And this way. And I thought when I looked at this, I thought this could look really nice as a leaf. Okay, like a holly leaf or something like that. And then I thought, that's probably a little bit too big maybe. And then I looked at this and I thought maybe I could cut the stalk out of here. So let's have a look, because it's got all little hairy things on it like a pine cone would have, like pine needles. So that could look great as the stalk. So we've got our pine cone just here and the branch, and like I said, I've threaded up some thread, and what I'm going to do is make some pine needles. Oops, you're still not dry. So with my thread I'm going to make some long stitches. Right, now what I wanted to do to this one, just to bling it up a little bit, was I have some holly leaves and they're sequins, and I just wanted to add one of them on there. Yeah, I'm going to bring my holly leaf up here, and let's put some, oh, I couldn't get it. Let's put some red beads on that. Let's use some of these watermelon ones. They're pretty cool. Let's use one of these as well. So let's put a watermelon bead on. And we just miss the bead and go down through the sequin. And then we're going to come back up, because there's 2 holes in here, and put another bead on. And I sort of like 3 beads on when there's a holly branch, so let's put a 3rd one on that's not, because there's no hole there, but we can put it on right next to it. And let's pick one of these clear red beads, and then there's a mix of red beads there, and that will look really nice. There we go. We've got 3 little red beads there then. Right, I'm just going to ink that off at the back, and now just to add just that little bit more sparkle, because there's not much sparkle on here, I am going to put something on this pine cone. Now what I was thinking was some bugle beads. There's my little scoop. Let's see how they will look. This is a beautiful brown pack that I bought from Temu, I think. So let's skip down and we'll just see how it will go. I'm not sure. Let's put a few of that colour out. And what about some of this colour? So 2 different colour browns. And I was just thinking of just something simple like that. Alright, what do you think of that? I think that looks quite nice. And I'm going to go and do a shadow as well, but what I'll do is I'll do it on this side, and I'll only do 1 line. Right, we've got our 2 long cards done. Aren't they gorgeous? Let's come back out. Love them. Just so simple and so pretty. Right, I've got one more idea. I've got an old photo that I got off Marketplace. And I love using old photos. I think I made a Christmas card with an old photo. It might have been last year. And I just really liked how it came up. So let's put some of our old dictionary page on like the other ones. And I'm just going to, it doesn't have to go any direction. It's just going on here random. I know the words are going to be around the wrong way, but that does not worry me at all. This is And I've put a little bit of distress ink on the edge of that as well. Right, I want to stick this photo on. And this here, all I've done is, where's my crochet? I've had these square ones, okay, and let's use this because it's already partly cut, and it's a square motif, Doily. It was I think it was a table runner or something like that, okay, and this has already got part of the flower clipped out inside, and I'm just going to clip out the rest of the flower. Okay, we can use that flower on something for sure. So I'll pop that over there. And then I'm going to use this to partly frame my photo. So it's the same one here that was already clipped out, but we'll just use this one that we just did. So I might use a bit stronger glue to put the photo down, but I definitely want to put a little bit of music paper behind there too, because it's a Christmas card. And let's just put just a tad of colour on that too, not everywhere, just a little bit. And I want to get in the frame these people standing on the house porch. So let's just try and curl this photo back a little bit so it will behave itself. And we can just see a little bit of that music, and then let's put the little crochet frame on. Okay, and because it's a doily with the spacey background, you know, the spaces here, you can still see that the photo behind there, you can still see that there's a house behind there. So we've got the kids and the family in the frame. And then to finish this off, to make it look like a Christmas card, we're just going to use some of our sequins. Now look, if you don't have a holly sequin like that, you can use your leaf sequins. This is just a regular leaf sequin, and I'll show you how you can just maybe just adapt it. So what you do is get a pair of scissors that have got the mini scallop. You know, these scissors that everyone used back in the day but no one does now. This is the mini scallop. Okay, and instead of cutting like this with the thumb up, flip it over and the scallop will be the other way round. So you can cut it to get the scallop to go like a holly leaf. Okay, I'll show you more on this lighter green one, you'll be able to see it better. Okay, you just follow the arc around, and it's easy to cut sequins, they're only plastic. Oops, hang on. I gotta try and hold that one. Alright, okay, so then you've got little holly shaped leaves with the little points coming out. So instead of doing a scallop going this regular way with the rounds out, you flip it upside down and you get the points coming outwards, right? So that's a way of getting some holly leaves if you don't have them. Right, so let's get some holly leaves on here, and let's put on holly leaf. And I might do the same as before. I might put 3 different berries on because that looked pretty cute. So let's grab out another one of these watermelon beads. And we'll put that one in. Look at that, it went up straight up. Let's go. And then let's put 2 of these together so they stay in the right spot. Like that. Very cute. And now, just to finish this off, I want to keep this fairly simple because then you don't need any writing on it, or if you don't want to write on it, you don't have to. I'm just picking a few of these clear sequins with a little shine on it, and let's just put a couple of them around. I think that will just add to it. So we'll put just randomly, it doesn't matter where they go. Why are you pulling? Right, so let's put one of them on, and just a little clear bead, and I'll just add those little pops of shine around it. Okay, so these are our 3 finished cards. Aren't they gorgeous? They just scream Christmas. You don't need to write anything on these types of cards. So first off, we did this long elongated piece of doily, and to set that on some dictionary paper and old fabric, and then just set it up on the card like that. And I just love how all these beads came up. So pretty, and you know, just adding that little bit of shadow helps as well. So that was the first one. Our second one was the pine cone, and that was just a section out of a doily. See, this was just a section out of here, out of a doily, and we've just sprayed both of them up just with a little bit of my homemade oxide spray. Added some little bugle beads, some a little holly leaf, some pine needles. That was a piece of another doily piece off here, and they've just come up so pretty. I'm just so happy with them. Okay, and here the last card was just something a little bit different, and I just wanted to experiment because I was I was making a cut with the doily, with one of these square doilies, and I thought, oh, I like the flower, so I'm going to cut that out. And then I was left with this, like the little flower. This was a I think it was like a table runner or something like that. And then I was left with this, and I'm like, oh, I like the flower. And then I was like, oh, I like the frame. So I tossed the flower over there, and then thought, oh, my old photos. So this is the idea behind that. So just putting a frame on top of an old photo. So I just scratched in my photos. I got a big box of old photos off Marketplace and found a picture of a house with some, it looks like kids in it on the veranda there. And I said porch, didn't I? That's like what Americans would say. We say veranda here. And I just wanted to then frame just the people standing there, and then just put on just a little holly leaf and some little beads that look like the berries, and then just a couple little sequins just to add that sparkle to it. And I just love this card. I just think it's awesome. Oh, awesome. So they're the 3 cards that I've made today. I hope you've enjoyed. I just spilled all them. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them and watching me make them, and it's given you some more inspiration to use your doilies and make some Christmas cards. I couldn't leave these ones after the last video. I just really wanted to do something, especially with those 2, and then when I was cutting up things, I did this and thought, oh, I like that. So this is what came out, and I love it. All right, thank you for watching, and I also need to thank one of my viewers that left a comment from a previous I think they left it on the previous video, but they were talking about my beaded mandalas, and they said that they that she brought her daughter, was it her daughter-in-law, over or something like that, and they made one and had so much fun. I'm so glad that you did. It just made my day when I read that comment, because I really loved doing these beaded mandalas. So if you loved that, stick around for the BB Craft make, which will be coming up in a few days time, because it's got a little bit to do with that. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope, if you're new here, please subscribe, like and share. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about the Christmas cards that I've made here today using the doily scrap. And have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.